Good morning, good morning. Gee, it's great to start your day with coffee with Karma today. So, wouldn't it be cool if you could write a good, strong lead and client attracting book in 90 days or less? Guess what? You can. And in today's episode, I'm going to share with you 5 ways that you can write a book in 90 days or less. And just to let you know, the ideas I'm gonna give you today are explained in greater detail in my latest book, which is You Can Make It to the Finish Line, which is available on Amazon as we speak for only 99 cents. If you would like a direct link rather than go to Amazon and search for it, you just let me know and I will just put a comment in there saying, "Give me the link," and I will give you the link. Or you can go to karmaspence.com/book 3 AJS for Author's Journey series. And there is a link to the Amazon button there. But here we go. I'm going to give you high level 5 ways that you can write your book in 90 days or less. And why am I talking about this? Because I help entrepreneurs write a leader client attracting book in 90 days or less using these or other techniques. But these are like the top 5. Again, I talked about them in my book. So the first one, and this one is actually really detailed in my second book, which is All You Need Is the Right Roadmap, and that is create a chunked outline. Now, what does that mean? That means you have your overarching topic. You break it up into, like, anywhere between 5 and 10 subtopics. Then you chunk those subtopics into about 3 other concepts, and then you focus on 1 concept at a time. And if each of those concepts are, like, maybe 500 words, that's let's say you had 10 chapters, each was 3, that's 30, yeah, 3 times 10, 30 times 500 words. I'm sorry, I didn't think to do the math before. Let's say so you've got 30 chunks, each is 500 words. Right there is a 15,000 word book, which is probably all you need for a small lead attracting book anyway. And if you're only writing 500 words a day for 30 days, you've got your book done. You've got your book done. That's like a blog post a day. And that leads me into idea number 2. You can take blog posts you've already written and massage those into a book. In fact, I wrote 57 secrets to for branding yourself online was written with blog posts. Book number 3 was written with blog posts, and book numbers 4 and 5 are also using blog posts as the base. Because if you've been blogging for a while, you have a wealth of content that you can use, a wealth of content. And it doesn't even have to be your blog. It can be webinars you've done. It can be a course you've done. But take content you've already created and pull from that into your book. In fact, if I wanted to, I could look at my blog and I could probably come up with like 20 different books I could write just by pulling blog posts together. And then a lot of people will ask, well, why would someone pay for something they can get for free? Well, they pay for the convenience. Rather than searching your blog for all the related blog posts, they can just buy your book and it's all laid out there in a logical order. That's worth whatever you decide to charge for your book. And that leads me to idea number 3, and that's speeches to a book. Now, when I was an active Toastmaster, I'm no longer doing that. I don't have the time. It's a great program, especially if you really suffer from the fear of public speaking. Becoming a Toastmaster is a really good way to not only get over that fear, but also to start really honing your basic foundational skills. Anyway, if you're doing a lot of speeches, you can pull your speeches together in a book. And I had a club. One of the clubs, Toastmaster Club, it was for writers. It was like for writers who want to be speakers and speakers who want to be writers. And as a collaboration, we all took speeches that we did and put them into a book and published the book as a club. I also am working on a book. that will probably come out in 2026, 2027, somewhere around there, given the schedule I've so far created. And it is based, at least the first, I think, 3 chapters are gonna be I was using my speeches to organize the chapters. So I was like, "Okay, this chapter needs to be about this. I'm gonna give a speech." And so I gave the speech, and now I have that speech that I can use to flesh out into a chapter. I only got through the first, like, 4, and there's, I think, about 12 chapters in that book. So that this one it'll probably be a mishmash of blogs and speeches and webinars and original content. And that leads me to idea number 4, and that is turn interviews into a book. What you do with this now there's 2 ways you can do this. There's the short way and the long way. The long way is the way I did Public Speaking Superpowers, which is I interviewed like 89 people, and then I transcribed all their interviews, and then I just pulled quotes and put them into the appropriate chapters. That's one way to do it. That's the slow way. That probably won't get it done in 90 days or less. The way that will is you turn it into a semi-collaboration book, and you choose a topic. You find, say, 5, 6 experts who have different perspectives on that topic or different aspects of that topic, interview them, let them know you're interviewing them to put in a book, and then you turn that interview into a chapter. And there's 2 ways you can do that. You can either literally just do Karma said, Joe Blow said, Karma Joe, Karma Joe, Karma Joe. Or you can take that information and massage it into a chapter saying, I interviewed this person, and this is basically a not a summary, but what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. Anyway, there's a word for like when you paraphrase people, but it'd be an entire chapter of paraphrasing. And that can easily be done in 90 days or less because you're only interviewing about 6 people, maybe 7. And then what you do is you write the introduction, you write the conclusion. So you're putting your own like essays at the front and the back of the book. You write all the little introduction notes at the beginning of the interview chapter and any transitions. So you become the leader, the authority who brought in this sort of brainstorm. And a really easy way to do this is to host a summit. That way you're getting all the interviews all in one, and what happens is you can do the summit, everyone signs up for the summit, and then everyone who signs up for the summit either gets a copy of the book or you pitch the book as sort of an upsell. Ta-da! And the fifth way to write a book in 90 days or less is to hire a really good ghostwriter. Um, That way you're not writing it really at all. What happens with the ghostwriters, the ghostwriter will probably interview you. That's usually how I do it. Um, they'll interview you, they'll talk to you, they'll ask for any documents, that kind of thing. I mean, lots of people have ghostwriters write their books for them. There's no shame in that because the information is still yours. And you don't have to be an expert at writing in order to get your information out into the world. You can hire someone who's good at writing to help you pull your thoughts and expertise together into a book. So there you have it, 5 ways that you can write a book in 90 days or less. I also have a specific framework that I teach in my forthcoming class. It'll probably be coming out in the fall-ish. Um, it's a course, program. I'm not sure what but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It'll be awesome, and it'll take you from, "I'm not sure what I wanna write," to, "Here's my book." There you go. So, I will see you on Friday, and I will be talking about 5 wacky ideas for a book. Are you brave enough to give them a try? See you on Friday, and this is Karma Spence saying ciao for now.